I was 26, old enough to know life shouldn't feel this heavy. Yet every morning felt like waking into a new storm. My job drained me, my relationship confused me, and living with my parents made me feel trapped inside a life that wasn't even mine. Stress wasn't a word anymore. It was the air I breathed. One week things got so bad at home that even the sound of footsteps irritated me. My mother and I kept arguing, and every small thing around me felt like it was closing in. I needed escape, not a vacation, but distance. So I searched Airbnb, trying to find a cheap, quiet place to disappear for a weekend. And there it was, a tiny one-bedroom cabin in Troutdale, Virginia. Surrounded by thick woods, far from neighbors, private, quiet, perfect. The pictures made it look peaceful, almost healing. And fall season meant the forest would be glowing with orange leaves. I told my parents I was leaving for the weekend. My mom was strangely too relieved. My girlfriend didn't like it at all. She thought it was odd I wanted to go alone, to a cabin far in the woods, but I ignored everyone. Friday morning, I packed my backpack, clothes, toiletries, laptop, and left. 2.5 hours later, Troutdale appeared like a forgotten world. Silent roads, tall trees, mist hanging in the air. It was exactly what I needed. My GPS led me down a gravel road until it announced I'd arrived. Through an opening between the trees, I saw a small path climbing up a grassy hill. The host's instructions said to drive up through that opening. So I did. At the top stood a tiny cabin, cute and calm like something from a postcard. The moment I stepped out of my car, the cold, fresh mountain air filled my lungs, and I finally felt something I hadn't in months: relief. The key was hidden where the owner said it would be. I let myself in. The place was small but cozy. Warm living room, compact kitchen, clean bathroom, and a loft bedroom you reached by climbing a steep ladder. A circular window hung above the bed, letting soft golden light spill in. For the first time in a long time, I felt okay. I took a short drive to explore the trails nearby. On my way back, I saw 2 men walking down the gravel road. Faceless in memory, just 2 looming shapes. As my car passed them, they stopped walking and turned their heads toward me, and slowly. I gave a polite wave. They didn't wave back. Their stiff, unblinking posture made something cold slide down my spine. I kept driving without looking in the mirror. Back at the cabin, the fireplace crackled gently. I read my book, enjoying the peace, but soon the sun dipped behind the trees, turning everything dim and shadow-heavy. My stomach growled. Walmart was 20 minutes away, the only place open this far out. As I stepped outside, something moved. 2 figures running into the woods, down the hill like they were watching me and didn't want to be seen. My chest tightened. Was it the same 2 guys? I didn't want to risk anything, so I grabbed my backpack and laptop just in case. When I returned from Walmart, the darkness had swallowed the entire area. No streetlights, no houses. Only my headlights carving a path through the void. Finding the cabin again felt like searching for a ghost. Inside, I locked the door immediately. Heat from the fireplace made the room glow warmly. I ate quickly, then sat down to read. And suddenly, the power cut out. The entire cabin went black, except for the flicker of the fireplace. I checked the switches. Nothing. My phone light trembled in my hand as I messaged the host. He replied fast. Check the main breaker by the telephone pole behind the cabin. Behind the cabin? In the forest. In the pitch black. Not a chance. My instinct screamed, stay inside. Then I heard it, a soft creak. From the darkest corner of the living room, near the bathroom door, I turned slowly. A tall shape stood there, motionless, looming. Face lost in shadow, only the firelight outlining its edges. My mind went blank. Fear froze my breath inside my chest. A deep, soft voice whispered, "Stay calm. Give me everything you have." My throat tightened. I could barely speak. I told him I had nothing, just my laptop and clothes. "Empty your wallet," he murmured. My hands shook uncontrollably as I did. Then he ordered, "Go to the kitchen. Don't look back." I obeyed, trembling. A moment later, the front door opened. Closed. Silence. I ran to the living room. My backpack, laptop, money, gone. I called 911 with a shaking voice. 20 minutes later, an officer arrived. I described the 2 men from the road, assuming they were connected. The officer could only say they'd keep an eye out. When I told the host what happened, he acted sympathetic at first, then coldly told me I could leave the next morning. But he wasn't refunding anything. And that's what made my skin crawl. How did the intruder get inside? The windows were locked. The door was locked. There were no signs of forced entry, unless someone had a key. Someone who knew the breakers. Someone who knew I was alone. A small part of me will always believe the truth. The host didn't just know. He planned it. And that night, in the middle of a lonely forest, that cabin wasn't waiting to give me peace. It was waiting to take something from me. If you want more terrifying true stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. You never know what's watching.